Hi there. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how to launch a sequence in LessonLAMS. Launching a sequence takes your design from the authoring space and makes it available to your learners to work through the activities. The first step is to select the sequence you wish to launch. You can select from the Recent Sequences list at the bottom of the screen, or you can choose from any of the sequences in your portfolio. I'm going to use the Research-Based Thinking sequence in this demonstration. Once the sequence is selected, click the Launch button here. LessonLAMS has two options for launching a sequence. The first and simplest allows your students to create their own accounts by logging into LessonLAMS via a link that you provide. Let me demonstrate how this works. Selecting the first option provides you with a URL and an access code that you must provide to students. From their perspective, this is what happens next. They navigate to the URL that you've provided, and they then enter the access code. When successful, they need to log in or register. If your learners have an account already, they can sign in straight away. If they don't, registering a new account only takes a few seconds. As soon as they sign in, they're taken directly to the first activity in the sequence, and they can start working through the rest of the activities. Let me backtrack now and show you the second launch method. The second method involves you entering the name and email of the learners you want to have in the lesson. Let me demonstrate. You can see here that I've already added 4 separate learner accounts to my portfolio. I'm going to add one more now. I enter a first and last name, an email, and then click Add to add them to the list. LessonLAMS free accounts have a limit of 30 learners, and you can keep track of how many learner logins you still have available up here. If you don't wish to add a learner to a particular lesson, simply uncheck the boxes at left. When you've entered all of the learner's details, click Start Lesson Now. The next screen displays the access URL for the lesson, as well as the details of all the learners selected on the previous screen. You'll need to give your learners the access URL for them to access the lesson. To log into the sequence, your learners will need their email address and their passwords. You can quickly communicate these details to your learners using the Email Students button here, which will provide each learner with their login details and a link to the lesson. Alternatively, you can print a list of all the learner details and distribute them hard copy. In the classroom environment, you might wish to cut across the printout, distributing a small login slip to each learner. To discover more about the features of LessonLAMS, please explore the rest of these video tutorials.